Hi, my name's Katie. I'm the head of section in the claims department for our large single risk.
My name is Everett, and I've worked for 3 years in Munich Re, and currently I work as a project manager in the investment department.
I'm Nikolina Mezelic. I've been with the Munich Re group for almost 8 years. I started in 2016 as a group trainee, and today I have a very different function. Today I lead a business development team in the Munich Re's weather group.
Well, reinsurance is a bit of a difficult one, so I like to start out with talking about insurance, which is something somebody can relate to. You know, most people have an insurance policy for their auto or their house or some other belonging that they have. And so when we start to talk about reinsurance, we say, well, that insurance company that's giving you that policy, they also need insurance, and that's why they come to us for reinsurance.
Usually I just say that reinsurance is insurance for insurance companies. What the investment department does at Munich Re is that we plan out the strategy on how to invest the money that we get from the reinsurance or insurance policies. And as a part of my job, it's really to allow the group to invest in new financial products.
Currently, I'm managing a team that's handling claims, and I think this is easy for people to understand because whenever they get into an auto accident or something like that, they have to submit a claim to their insurance company. And so that's just essentially what we're doing, but we're doing it on a much bigger scale.
Actually, we all suffer from some weather conditions. Businesses do as well. So what we do, we help them actually navigate through this challenge so that whatever weather throws at them, they're always ready.
Well, I think in the claims department, we are one of the core business units. Essentially, we're managing the claims and making sure those claims that need to be paid are getting paid promptly, and those claims that are not covered on our policy are not getting paid.
So weather business is a very interesting business within Munich Re landscape. It's very different than the bulk of business that Munich Re usually writes. It's a business that is looking at how to safeguard or how to mitigate risks for smaller weather movements. So we would not look at natural catastrophes, we would not look at earthquakes, tsunamis, but what we're really interested is how precipitation, lack of wind, or simply too high temperatures would impact your business.
We're the largest reinsurance company in the world. We operate in almost every country you can imagine. So through that, definitely you can create some global impact.
You're talking to the risk managers of Fortune 100 companies, the general counsel of these companies, and you're sitting at the table with really big executives, and you're talking about millions and millions and millions of dollars at stake, and it's quite exciting. This isn't like little bitty stuff. You open your phone and you read a news headline, and this is going to be what you're dealing with the next day. And I can't think of a cooler experience to have. And that's what we do in claims. I would define risk, I guess, as the chance something may or may not happen.
I see risk in more of a positive manner, because to me, high risk always means higher reward. In my opinion, if you never take big risks, you will never achieve anything great either. Of course, you can always take calculated decisions with your risk and try to mitigate the bad parts.
Upending my legal career and moving to Germany and Munich without a job and not knowing what the future would hold, that would be probably the biggest risk I've ever taken. But as I've learned through my life, it's very scary to make big moves like that, but you always adapt and adjust, and your situation becomes your new normal. And lucky for me that this new normal is one that makes me quite happy and fulfilled.
Well, I moved from a primary insurance company to Munich Re, and when I decided to move, a lot of people told me this is a company that is run by mathematicians and lawyers. And I would say this is absolutely not true, Because what I experienced through Munich Re is actually that we have a lot of different skill sets, people coming from different professions. And for an insurance company, this is important because all those skill sets really need to tie in together so that we can create the best service.
It's not just looking at numbers and spreadsheets and loss triangles. I mean, I don't even need to have another job. Like, I could work my whole rest of my career at this company and be fulfilled and happy and ready for retirement whenever that age may, in the way distant future, come.
There's a lot of experts from various different fields, and the beauty really is to bring all of these various different experts together to sit on the same table and then collaborate together.
I think network, collaboration, and client service.
Traditional. In a certain way, it is innovative. I would use the word stable.
Definitely flexibility, then friendliness, and then openness.
Munich Re hasn't only been a workplace for me, it has been really a place where I grew not only professionally, but also I would say personally.
I think that the benefits definitely outweighed any negatives, so I don't have really much to say there. I think that if you want to join a firm where you can feel valued, which has a very open and friendly atmosphere, and which also gives all the tools necessary for progressing in your career, then you should join Munich Re.
The amount of support you get from the company. Like, for example, in my new management position now, I'll undergo an 8-day intensive training course on management skills. I can't think of any company that I've heard of in the US that would invest so much time in its people. You know, it's more like, all right, you're a manager now, you figure it out. But the fact that they're with you every step of the way, providing you the resources, and they really want to set you up for success, and they're going to give you the tools in the toolbox to help you do that.
One thing that could have been asked, and I think it's an important question for anyone who relocates from a different country or a different city to join the firm, is really the support that the company gives you in terms of relocation. It's really not just about the job, but they really take care of everything. They take care of your insurances, health insurance, everything that's necessary. Also, they help you in finding an apartment, which can be really difficult in Munich, but it's really not an issue because you have all the support from the company. So I would say that the company really helps you integrate well into the community, let's say.